Hey there, what's up? My name is Marley and today I'm going to be doing a new book haul, a fall book haul. The last one of these I did was in the summer, so I figured doing them seasonally just kind of makes sense. And I got a decent amount in fall. I think I did a little bit of used book shopping, and then my birthday was also in September, so I was given a few books and I got a bunch of gift cards, of course, which I mostly used up now. So yeah, I think there's 13 books here that I'm gonna go through and show you guys. So let's just get into it. First up, we have Not a Happy Family by Sherry Lapina. This was one that I got at a used bookstore, even though it's a new book, so that's why I was immediately drawn to it. Sherry Lapina is an author that I've just started getting into. I've read one of her books so far, and this is her newest release that I was hearing quite a bit about around the time that I bought it. And what I know about this one is that it is about a family, obviously, where the two parents get brutally murdered, and then I think it's kind of a mystery where it seems like it was one of the kids that might have murdered them. I don't know, kind of a typical murder mystery, but we love those on this channel, so I think it's a thing where it'll either be one of the kids that killed their parents or some crazy twist where it's something else. Maybe all three of them were in on it. I don't know. Then I did something crazy. So I bought the whole Smoke and Bone, I almost said Shadow and Bone, Smoke and Bone series by Laini Taylor. These were again all at the used bookstore, so I immediately wanted to grab them, even though I think these are sort of like newer covers. These definitely aren't the covers I grew up seeing, like the original hardback or anything, but this is a fantasy series that I grew up seeing people read, and I don't even know what it's about, but I just know it's like a popular YA fantasy series that I want to get to. Let's see if we can figure out what it's about. Once upon a time, an angel and a devil fell in love. It did not end well. Sounds great. Sounds weird to me. So it's about a forbidden love, an ancient and epic battle, and a hope for a world remade. Cool, great. So I have the first one, Smoke and Bone, Daughter of Smoke and Bone, sorry. Then we have Dreams of Gods and Monsters. They're pretty thick books. And then Days of Blood and Starlight. So no idea when I'm gonna get to this, no immediate reading plans, but I have them. And then finally, the other used book that I got was Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. Have not read any of her books, but obviously she is a thriller queen. She wrote Gone Girl, which I've seen the movie, so I probably will not read the book ever, but she has a couple other thrillers out. So when I saw this, I was like, sure. It seems pretty short, so one day I'll just sort of sneak it into my TBR, but again, I don't know when that will be. So this seems like it is about a reporter who has her own like troubling past. She's just coming out of a stay at a psych hospital, and she returns to her hometown, and there are some other mysteries going on in the town, some other young victims that she is identifying with. So I guess it's some sort of like psychological thriller and has something to do with this girl's past and current crimes that are happening in the town. Then I'll get into some books I was gifted. So first of all, my boyfriend got me The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. He also bought me Home Before Dark actually by Riley Sager, but I have it on my shelf because I did read that last year and I just wanted the physical copy. But this is the only Riley Sager book I have not read yet. People say it's one of his best ones. I'm pretty sure it's like most people's second favorite one, second or third. So I know it takes place at a camp. Yeah, so it takes place at a camp. This girl was there when she was younger, and then a bunch of her roommates or like friends ended up going missing except for her. And then it's like years later and she decides to go back there for the first time, like it's opening for the first time since or something, and then freaky things, mysterious things are happening there again. I'm really excited to get to this one because I enjoy basically all of Riley Sager's books, and we love a camp setting. I've noticed each of Riley's books kind of has like a trope to it, so this is obviously like the camp trope. So yeah, stay tuned for whenever I read this. Then we have the two books that my sister got me, but I did tell her which ones to get me. So the first one is You Have a Match by Emma Lord. This is a YA contemporary, and I really liked Emma Lord's book Tweet Cute that I read last year, so I definitely wanted to get her new romance. So this one is actually more focused on two sisters, so that's cute that my sister got it for me. But this one girl thinks she's an only child, and then she does this like a DNA test thing and finds out she has this long lost sister who I guess was put up for adoption, or she was put up for adoption. One of the two, I don't know, they've been separated their whole lives, and then they decide to reconnect by going to this camp. another camp book, and then I guess just have some fun moments at this camp. And then obviously there is like a romance subplot going on as well. It sounds like it is friendship to lovers, which I really enjoy. So this will be a nice light read whenever I get to this one. And then she also got me Strange the Dreamer by, again, Laini Taylor. This is the first book in a duology, and I already owned the second one because I got it for cheap one time. So I just needed to get the first one so that I could read the duology whenever I get around to it. But this is a YA fantasy. Okay, I read this description. I have no freaking idea how to explain this. So if you've read this book, let me know a little description in the comments. But as I said, I know it's fantasy. It seems like it has to do with dreams and this guy going on some sort of like quest or mission. I think I've heard that it's very like beautiful writing. Yeah, I know it's beautiful like physically, but I think it's beautiful as well inside. All right, and then we get to all the books that I bought with my gift cards that I got for my birthday. So we have Lisa Jewell's The Night She Disappeared, Lisa Jewell's newest thriller. I talked about her a bunch on my channel. This is actually on my TBR for this month. It is about a girl that disappears and her boyfriend also disappears. So either they were like both victims or maybe he kidnapped her. But it's very surprising because they recently just had a son together, or a child. Yeah, it's a son. So it doesn't seem like they would just run off and abandon him. So it seems like there was some foul play involved. So yeah, I'll be reading that this month. Very excited. Then we have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, which everyone will have heard of. It was like one of the biggest books last year, and I finally got it like a year too late, but I still want to read it. I know it seems to be that people either love or hate it. I have seen some people say it's overhyped, but I'm just gonna hope that I do love it as much as those people who have hyped it up. It is about this girl, obviously, named Addie LaRue, and she is from like a long time ago. She's from the 1700s. Okay, and she's not about that life. Like she wants her freedom, and I think like young girls back then like didn't really have that. So she makes this deal with the devil kind of thing, but then with that deal she cannot be remembered by anyone. Like everyone she meets forgets about her like as soon as they look away from her. So she is tormented by that, and she can like live forever as well. I don't know if I mentioned that. So she can like live forever and be free, but that is like the cost she has to pay, until one day there's this man who I believe is named Henry, because they're just always named Henry, aren't they? It doesn't say, but she meets this person who actually remembers her for some reason. And so I think it's a bit of a romance between them and just like a character piece on like both of them as well. So very excited. I think I'm gonna read this in December. I feel like it has December like wintry vibes, right? Like the stars, the cover. So yeah, look out for that soon. I'll be reading it soon. Then we have dun dun dun, As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. And this is the third book in the Good Girl Guide to Murder series. I actually read it already this month, and I have a spoiler-filled vlog out, so I'll link that somewhere for you to like check that out if you've read it. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder is about this teenage girl Pip who is really into true crime, and in each book kind of takes on solving a crime that is happening in her town. And as you read them all, you kind of figure out that like all of the crimes are like kind of connected, as you can imagine. It gets pretty dark, but at the end of the day it is a YA mystery thriller series, so it is very fun as well. There is a very cute romance in here that I like to highlight because I feel like not many people talk about that. Pip is a really great main character, as most people do mention. But yeah, this third one, as I said, I recently read it. It got very dark. There was some shocking things happening, but then also some predictable things, but I did rate it very highly. So I really recommend this series. Then we also have Aristotle and Dante, Dive into the Waters of the World, the highly anticipated sequel to Aristotle and Dante, Discover the Secrets of the Universe. This is a YA contemporary novel about these two Mexican-American boys who are just sort of dealing with their like identities, figuring out who they are, as most teens do. And then there's also a romantic element in this. It also is like an LGBT book as well. Really, really beautiful writing that you'll just fly through, and really great and relatable characters. I am in the middle of this one actually, and coming out with a vlog for this as well, which I will link because it should be up. But I'm really enjoying it so far, although as with all YA books now, I feel a little bit like removed from them, or like it's a little bit harder to relate than it once was. And the final book that I got was They Never Catch Us They'll Never Catch Us by Jessica Goodman. She is the author of They Wish They Were Us, which I think I read this year. It is a YA thriller, which you guys know I love. And this is the, I don't think it's related actually. I don't think this is a series, but it's like her next book. I think the first book by her I only gave 3 stars, so not the best. But I was like, you know what? I'll still get it anyways and just hope that like she improves with each book sort of thing. I think this is about sisters again. Okay, interesting. So this is again about 2 sisters, so we love that. They're very close, it sounds like, but also very different. Then this new girl comes to town and it sounds like they both sort of end up bonding with this girl, and I imagine maybe there's some jealousy there, I don't know. And then this girl goes missing, and so all eyes are on the 2 sisters, I believe, because they were like the ones closest to her. The shoe is because they seem like they are track runners, or at least a couple of them are. But yeah, this sounds interesting. I feel like it won't be mind-blowing, just like the first one wasn't, but I'm always here for a good YA mystery thriller, as you know. So anyways, this has been my fall book haul. Very excited to read all these books that I haven't got to yet. Definitely excited to start buying more books for my winter haul. Let me know if you've read any of these ones and what you thought of them. Make sure to like and subscribe as well if you haven't already, and I will of course see you in my next video. Bye guys!